afternoon. I call this meeting of the Michigan Public Service Commission to order on August 20th at 10:30 a.m. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Chairman Talberg.
Present.
Commissioner Scripps.
Present.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, first up, I'll move approval of the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The agenda is approved. Next, item 2, I'll move approval of the minutes of the regular commission meeting of August 8th, 2019.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3, we have approval of orders on the consent agenda, and today the commission is assisted by Jana Bachman and staff.
Good morning. Today's consent agenda consists of 5 communication matters. The proposed orders for each of these matters have been thoroughly vetted by the Commission's technical and legal staffs and are ready for your approval.
I move approval of the orders on the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The orders are approved.
Item 4A1 is case number U-20361, which involves a complaint filed by Bridget and Ike Ozuzu against Consumers Energy Company. The order before you dismisses the complaint with prejudice.
I move approval of the order and docket number U-20361.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The order is approved.
Item 4A2 is case number U-20364, which involves the application of DTE Electric Company for the reconciliation of its transitional reconciliation mechanism associated with the City of Detroit public lighting system for the 12-month period ended December 31st, 2018. The order before you approves a settlement agreement resolving all issues in the matter.
I move approval of the order in docket U-20364.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The order is approved.
Item 4A3 is case number U-20494, which involves an application by Indiana-Michigan Power Company for ex parte approval to revise the company's economic development rider. The order before you denies the application.
I move approval of the order in case number U-20494.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The order is approved.
Item 4B1 is case number U-20298, which involves a proceeding established by the Commission to address the impact of the Federal Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 on regulated utilities deferred taxes. Staff member Nick Revere is here to describe this order.
Good morning, Commissioners. I am Nicholas Revere. Good morning, Commissioners. I am Nicholas Revere, the manager of the Rates and Tariff section of the MPSC's Regulated Energy Division. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 has kept the Commission busy this year and last. Throughout last summer, the Commission approved $380 million in initial rate decreases for Michigan customers. Those reductions were delivered through Credit A, which represented the tax cuts going forward effects on rates. The Commission has approved an additional $232 million in Credit B refunds. Credit B accounts for the historic tax effects between January 1st, 2018, when the Tax Cut and Jobs Act went into effect, and the approval of Credit A refunds last summer. The Commission has also thus far approved approximately $1.8 billion in Calculation C amounts to be refunded to customers through settlement agreements and rate cases, with an additional $56 million approved to be returned through a pending rate case. Additionally, Indiana-Michigan Power and Consumers Energy have pending Calculation C cases. Calculation C encompasses the more technical, long-term accounting effects of the TCJA, including the remeasurement of deferred tax balances and the return of the excess. The order before you today begins the refund of $333 million to DTE gas customers through an amount of approximately $12.7 million annually, and will go into effect in September. To date, a total of approximately $2.2 billion will have begun to return to customers through Calculation C. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your leadership and all of the work, particularly in the Regulated Energy Division. On this issue, it's just been gone really smoothly in terms of identifying the savings to return to customers and doing that as expeditiously as possible. I know we're recognized as a leader in the nation in terms of setting a path forward to get these dollars back in the hands of customers. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I'll move adoption of the order in case U-20298.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The order is approved. Thank you.
Item Item 4B2 is case number U-20520, which involves a matter on the Commission's own motion to require McLean Transport LLC to show cause why it should not be found in violation of the Misdig Underground Facility Damage Prevention and Safety Act. The order before you fines McLean Transport LLC $500 for violating the act and requires the company to satisfy training obligations to ensure future compliance.
I move adoption of the order in case number U-20520.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the order is approved. All right, next up, item number 5, public comments. Anyone seeking to address the commission, if you will come forward at this time? Seeing no one, I have a few announcements to make. First of all, we're missing a seat. This will be the new seat for Commissioner Tremaine Phillips, who joins us September 9th. We're really excited to have him join us. So this is our one meeting with just the two of us. It was
We nearly made it.
It was efficient. Got the moves and seconds down, and those will change once again. I also have a few other announcements on the staffing level. Matt Helms is our new Public Information Officer at the Public Service Commission, is back there waving. He comes from the city of Detroit, working in the mayor's office on a number of communications efforts, and previously had a long tenure at the Free Press. The Detroit Free Press covered issues such as the Detroit bankruptcy and other important issues. He's going to handle all our media relations and coordinate with our new communications section that's led by Heather Canton. Also, Nick Asendalf, we are saying goodbye to him and back to the Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy. He's served for a number of years as the Public Information Officer for both the Michigan Agency for Energy and the Public Service Commission. And when you think back at his tenure, we covered a lot of ground on issues ranging from gas safety incidents, the polar vortex, energy law implementation, and more. There was no shortage of issues, and you always did an excellent job. Line 5 for the Michigan Agency for Energy, and so you just did an exemplary job. We also appreciate your efforts to help transition and make this go smoothly for us as Matt gets on board. So congratulations, and you'll be missed, but we know you're not far away either. So we look forward to continue to work with you. And
Yeah, and I just want to
fun fact.
highlight, Nick, I really appreciate your forward-looking and proactive approach to communications from the first day that I joined to your last day. And I think those of you who know Nick knows that he's just dogged on his focus on social media engagement, particularly on Twitter, which is pretty good for an old newspaper guy. And in fact, so last night I looked at the other states that we typically sort of compare ourselves to, in particular the 18 states that are either part of the Mid-American Regulatory Conference or participate in the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator. And of those 18 states, only Texas has more Twitter followers than @Michigan PSC, and that is directly related to your good work and your engagement there. So we'll miss you a ton. I know that the folks at Eagle are going to make good use of your many talents, and yeah, good luck to you.
And I don't know if there's any like Detroit News, Free Press rivalry here. All right. Also, Nick Luciani is leaving us. He's served as an engineer in our Generation and Certificate of Need section in our Energy Resources Division, and is trained as a nuclear engineer and is going to take a job in that capacity, which is pretty exciting, particularly given the changing energy world and what kind of role that could play in the future. So we look forward to keeping abreast of your future career developments, and we'll also be contacting you when the Olympics are in Milan, and we're going to come stay with your family. I'm not sure what year that is. It's a few years out. So please keep in touch. And you're always welcome to come back to the Public Service Commission. Also, Addie Adewale has been a tremendous asset to the commission this past summer as a student assistant in our Strategic Operations Division. He has wonderful experience from around the world in the energy industry and brought that expertise here to the commission. And so it's been a joy, and he's going back to finish up his PhD at Michigan Tech University. So congratulations to you. And then also, Commissioner Scripps, is the new American Regulatory Conference president. And what that means is he's leading our group of states. It's what, 14 states? Middle swath of the country, and also spearheading the conference that will be held in Grand Rapids in June of 2020. So we look forward to that, and congratulations. I don't know if you have any comments about your new role. And
No, it's, yeah, great to be sort of in a
Acknowledged.
position to, yeah, help facilitate some of the important conversations.
And this is, a role basically from your peers in other states in terms of how you end up in that role. So I think it's a great acknowledgement of your leadership and how you've just hit the ground running here at the commission. All right. Next, I just want to mention we've had a number of storms this summer affecting the electrical system, and DTE's electric system in particular. They had the second largest outage in their history, in their company's history. And so our staff are not only looking long-term as part of the statewide energy assessment about related to our standards for service quality and reliability for the electric system, but also every time we get a chance where there's a major outage, in this case 600,000 customers of DTE, to identify lessons learned, what worked well, what didn't. We know there were some issues with the communication and the restoration estimates provided to customers during this storm. And so we look forward to having staff work with the company. We're not doing a formal investigation at this time, but to work with them to identify those lessons learned and bring them back so that we can continuously improve in our state and keep the lights on. All right, with that, any other? No? Okay. I'll move for adjournment. Our next commission meeting is September 11th at 1:30 p.m.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The meeting is adjourned.